What's the difference, mono or stereo?
Nobody knows.
Yeah, I don't really think there is a difference.
All right. Well,
there's a definite difference.
Is mono 1 ear?
Rad Dudecast.
Mono? Because that's 1 ear.
Mono-y-mono, one-on-one, one ear.
Guys, I'm going to start the show.
1 ear.
Guys, can I?
What?
I'm going to start the show.
Oh, I thought we had started.
No. This is the Rad Dudecast, episode 3. I'm Brendan Eyre.
Oh, Anthony.
You're Anthony Devito.
Yeah.
Yeah, but, I like to have a rapport with the people that's like a first name rapport. I feel like it's like less formal that way. You know what I mean?
Listen, guys, I think I might try this other mic.
What?
This karaoke mic. This might be the way. This is really going to improve our sound.
Are we switching mics midstream? Anyway, can you introduce yourself?
Yeah, the boy, they know me. It's
the boy.
Hold on a second. Did you just call me boy?
Brendan Eyre. Brendan Eyre, Anthony, and the boy.
The boys know me.
Just like a morning drive time radio guy. Like,
ooh, I can't wait for what the boy's going to say next.
It's Lenny and the Crumb Cake.
Listen, I know that this might sound... Listen, if we just bring everything in...
92.3 with the boy and the girl.
Are we in?
It's me, the boy, and on weather, the girl.
Oh, the boy's always talking about blue stuff and the girl pink stuff.
All right, we're good. G-Man is in the house.
We're locked and loaded. We're here in Astoria, Queens.
Am I good? Are my levels good?
I'm not checking levels for the rest of the show.
Let me
Jesus, what if something happens?
With you fellas on this.
All
2
right.
episodes in the bank, and the chit chat is off the chart. Can we start this over? I wish I didn't say chit chat.
You don't like chit-chat?
Nah. Well, just people are
Should
very
we start
happy.
this over?
No, I think it's good.
I also didn't do I do a bark noise.
Yeah, you
I like
do
to
do a bark noise. Let's hold on. Okay,
let's start over.
We're going to start over.
But don't.
Yeah. No.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know what you mean. Welcome to
Don't.
Welcome to episode.
Don't welcome yet. Let me hear the information of what we're doing.
He's gonna say. He's saying. We'll say we're starting over, but we'll play the whole thing from the get-go, so they are in on.
They'll
this.
never know.
No, I'm going to delete the beginning.
Fuck, really? I like
No,
the beginning.
First off, no one lets me touch the technical stuff. I'm allowed this board.
What other technical stuff were you going to touch? You just almost grabbed a bag.
Episode 3, the Rad Dudecast, ladies and gentlemen. There we go. That's the dog.
God,
Oh,
no, don't you do a noise too,
he
man.
does a dog
I do
thing,
a dog noise.
and I do a rooster
Anthony
thing.
does a dog thing.
What kind of fucking
That's it.
farm is this?
Since when do you do a rooster noise?
Yeah,
I
that's
always
new,
do
man.
a rooster noise, but
Fuck, I spilled my water. Hang on.
my mic...
Fucking hey.
You won't get water, did you? Turn off one of these lights, too. We should get the Rad
Yeah,
Dudecast
let's get
and
a
the Rad
vibe in here.
Moodcast.
Yeah, let's turn up. The Rad Dudecast is here, but where's the Rad Moodcast?
We should do...
No, that's
Oh, no,
too
that's
dark.
too dark. You
That's
just
way
turned
too.
all the
Anthony
lights
turned
off.
off all the lights. This is more of a.
No, the other light, the back light. Yeah, that's right.
There we go. I love that. I
That's
love
good.
This is our first nightcast.
that.
It's a
Anthony
nightcast.
again has walked away from the thing. We've never had a podcast where everyone has sort of stayed put for longer than 7 minutes.
I spilled water. I didn't want it to set.
Can we? Yeah, you get that
Oh, I
water
got a
setting.
thing that I'm doing this show. Look, after listening to the first 2 episodes, I kind of found my role.
Yeah.
What's that?
I'm going to read the news.
What?
Oh, sorry.
Well, I read the news.
No, Brendan does the news.
Yeah,
he
I do
does
the
the news and weather.
You can.
And you
I'm
do
not
the
gonna
levels.
be the one to tell you can't have a news segment, but you can't say you're just the news reader because we both. If you want to read the news, that's fine. We've established this podcast has no rules. But that being said,
Can I just read one news article?
Mhm.
That's not news.
Greg's taking out
You're
a
just
coupon
looking
for a massage from his bag.
Just looking
No, I
through
have
your
news
back.
in here somewhere.
Is it the article that you wanted me to do? Because I've got that pulled up.
Does anyone know how to like on a Mac? How do you make the screen?
Are you asking the crowd? Are you asking the crowd? This isn't live.
Here's the problem. Here's what Anthony's wondering about. I use his laptop today. I'm using his laptop, but it keeps going blank on me because I haven't touched it for long enough. We need to get into preferences, figure out how to make it not turn off, so I
that's
don't need
all.
to ask him for his password every time.
Why do you have your password locked like that?
That's the thing. What kind of maniac?
Yeah, what kind of shit you got going
What
on
does he
there?
think is going into his computer? What has he got? Swiss bank accounts in there?
No, he's got some dumb bits that no one would ever want to steal.
Do the people who listen to the podcast even know what we do? You guys know we're comedians?
Wow.
Do they know that? Have we ever said that?
We've never made mention. I'm not a comedian.
I just think they assumed. I think they were like, these guys have to be comedians. They're so funny.
I write
It's
movies.
unbelievable.
Did I tell you about this movie I'm going to write?
No.
What's
Yeah,
that?
we're kicking this around.
Go ahead.
It's called Jet Ski Cops.
Oh, this is good. Yeah, yeah.
yeah.
You were thinking about that as like a whole movie? I thought it would just be like a short.
Well, it's a 5-minute movie.
Let me stop you right there.
Maybe it's under display.
And let's do it like this. I work for Warner Brothers, okay? You came into my office. You're pitching me this movie.
Yeah.
So let's start over. You sit down. Do you want any water or anything?
No, I'm okay with
Karen, can you get him some water?
Yes, sir.
I don't need water, Karen. I just want to get my movie pitched and made.
Karen, get that fucking water out of here. God, it's like she won't. Okay, go ahead.
This is fun. We should do more of these movies.
Go ahead.
Yeah, this is fun. I've been playing the role of Karen. I don't know if you noticed.
Yeah, no, it's good.
Okay.
All right, there's my movie. Listen, what do you love about the world? What do you love? Let me ask you a question. What do you love?
Um,
The jet skis and the cops. Jet ski cops. We're at night cops. They're cops.
sir, I'm a busy man. I don't have all day.
Mhm.
Okay. Where do I sign? Because I don't need to hear anymore.
Don't let me
No,
get into it. Let
no.
me explain a little more about jet ski cops.
Okay, but you can explain to Karen because I'm sold. We're making this. I'm gonna get. Who do you want? J.J. Abrams?
No, this is going to be in-house done. I'm going to have my friend Brendan do it. Let me get him in the meeting.
Ooh, that's tough because I am Brendan in real life. That's good. I like how you did that. Hold on.
Yeah.
We got to keep the water away from all this
Yeah,
technical
yeah.
equipment.
You put it there.
Did
You
I
put
do
the
that?
water.
I gave it to you in character as Karen.
Okay, let me. You
You
Let's
asked
get
for
into the first
water,
story.
so
yeah,
Karen
they're
gave
itching
you a
for the
water.
story. Let me-
I'm gonna.
Yeah, well,
let me-
I gotta
I'm gonna
find
hit
out
stop
how
on
to
this.
fucking
Okay,
do the
I'm gonna hit stop.
screensaver thing,
I'm
man.
gonna hit stop on the machine.
No, don't you dare!
Don't do that.
Don't
No,
you
we have to
dare.
start over.
No,
Great.
we never stop the
That was a
machine.
good-
This
that
is
was like-
primo.
that was
Greg,
a radio
Take your finger off of that.
All right, but
I think
Oh,
it's
the people at home were just shaking.
Screensaver?
Stop that. I'm gonna need that though, Anthony.
Start after 20 minutes. I don't know if that's the right thing though.
It's fine. Yeah, that's good.
let me read a news
Yeah,
article.
okay.
Okay, Greg. Here's what we got cooking.
First
And
of all,
Greg actually hit me to this one. It's a great story.
wait, you're going to read the first one?
Yep. Because I got it pulled up.
All right.
A Kentucky man was arrested. Okay, this happened a week or two ago. A Kentucky man was arrested after having an all-night solo party inside a closed supermarket. Okay, this guy did 57 cans of whipped cream worth of Whippets.
57 cans of Whippets.
57 cans of whipped cream. He did Whippets. So he broke into the supermarket after closing. He did 57 cans of Whippets and just had a feast of steak, shrimp, and beer. And then he climbed. First, he, quote, allegedly went to the bathroom on himself, end quote, and then climbed into the supermarket's rafters and went to sleep. So this guy broke into a supermarket, did 57 Whippets, ate steak and shrimp. No mention of how he cooked it.
Yeah.
Shit himself and went to sleep in the rafters.
I love that. First off,
Do you shit yourself after that many Whippets? Is that a thing?
Yeah, you could.
well, I have dairy allergies, as you know. So if I'm getting too much whipped cream,
That's
I'm probably
happening.
gonna-
That's happening anyway.
yeah, I'm gonna shit. That's why I don't do Whippets, because there's too much dairy involved. Is that?
I don't know if that's how you do them though.
Yeah, you just eat a bunch of whipped cream.
No, I think you snort the
You- yeah,
exhaust.
Yeah, the
You
whipped
s-
cream has. You don't do the whipped cream.
No, you suck all the whipped cream out of the can, is from what I understand. And I just do a bunch of Whippets.
So in your
So-
mind, a whippet is just eating whipped cream.
Whipping cream
Yeah,
in your mouth as fast as you can, because it is pushing air into it. That's why you're not supposed to directly eat all the whipped cream.
That's not what a
So
whippet
if
is.
someone gives you like a milkshake with like whipped cream on it, do you go? I don't do Whippets.
No.
All right.
I think that I see what you guys are doing. Again, trying to maybe look like the maroon, but I know what a whippet is. You just shoot a bunch of whipped cream and you suck it directly from the canister, right?
I thought
Yeah,
it was.
but there's no whipped cream involved.
I just your nose not involved.
No, you
Oh,
could.
I feel like I'm the
You
maroon.
could do it with your nose.
Oh, really? Okay.
Here's how you do it. Okay, you're interested in the nitrous that ejects the whipped cream. You don't want the whipped cream. You want the stuff that's built into that can to make the whipped cream squirt out. So you do it in a way where you're sucking it, but you don't shake it. And you don't turn it upside down, so the whipped cream doesn't come out. Only the gas.
So let me ask you this:
Yeah.
You're probably still getting nitrous when you're doing the whipped cream, correct?
No.
Because incorrect. You are, and you're also getting whipped cream. So my Whippet, you're getting not only the drugs, but also a whipped cream. Or you're saying there's no Whippet in there?
I'm saying there's not enough of the drugs because first of all, you're not bringing it into your lungs when you just eat whipped cream. Second of all, it only takes a very little of it to squirt into the whipped cream to make it puff up and whip.
Then why have I been getting so high?
Off the whipped cream? That could be your lactose intolerance.
Yeah, you could be getting a lactose eye.
Well, let me ask you this. I'm still very concerned. This guy was just eating, it says he ate 6 steaks and untold shrimps, just littering the aisles. I don't...
6 steaks
time,
a lot of steaks.
Well, not only that, last time I checked, there's no grill in a
might have a
grocery
Weber
store.
in there.
They have a Weber?
And then they have those side back rooms that like they make other food for you.
So he just...
I mean, that's the way to do it, really. You just break in and eat as much as you can. Like it's a chocolate factory. You're just in the Willy Wonka's all night. No one's stopping you.
As far as I can tell me if I'm wrong, but this is the kind of crime we don't see enough of. Like a guy who's just like, well, like I'm going to go to jail, but I'm going to just have a great evening.
Fun. And I believe in this. There's a 3-strike rule. If you don't know what I'm talking about, there's a 3-strike rule. You get 3 strikes, you're out. Why not throw one of those strikes? Just getting super fed up at a grocery store. It's like prize money, playing with house money.
So wait, you're saying you're gonna commit a crime anyway? Why not make it like a fun crime?
No, I'm just saying, like, we get a lot of terrible crimes. It's like there aren't enough guys who are like this, who are just kind of like, like I'm just gonna have a blast.
Yeah,
you know, you never see like a guy break into Toys R Us and they just find him like. He made all the Legos.
Oh, that would be so fun.
That'd be great. Yeah,
I'll tell you what.
because otherwise you gotta buy them all like that. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, why not?
The fact that we both said Legos right off the bat really makes me feel great.
Why wouldn't you just build little Legos? How much
Man.
fun is that going to be? I used to not get enough men when I was little. I'm mad at my mom because we would get a bunch of the bootleg Legos. No men. They didn't come with the little men.
Smell that water.
Oh, I kind of liked him. I was never interested in the Lego
What?
guys, the little yellow guys.
The Legos, man, I loved Legos.
I love Legos.
Right.
I didn't like
Yeah.
the guys. I like to build a Lego.
Build a Lego? Oh, the men, the
Just-
little Lego.
I didn't
Lego
like
men.
the men. I like to build the machines.
Here we go. Let me try a new story. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay. I've been waiting all week for this. A Dallas toddler dies in sweltering locked car. A 1-year-old girl.
Hold on.
It sounds like you're
This-
learning how to read as you're reading this.
Well, not to mention, I mean, this is why I do the news. Okay, we got a fun...
Jesus
What makes
Christ!
your news better than my news?
Because my news is fun.
Does your news get even sadder as
Well,
it goes along?
What do you mean? What's sadder than a
I didn't-
toddler dying in a hot car?
Well, I
Could've
didn't
been a
know that. I didn't
birthday.
read it yet. I just picked a new. Isn't that what you're doing? You're just picking news stories. Let me hit another one. Let
So
me
wait,
hit another one.
oh, this is awful.
This is
Let me,
awful.
all right. Maybe a swing and a strike. Let's try this one.
No, I want to do a news story
Actress-
too after this. I'm just gonna read an obituary.
No, I'm going to do like Brendan, and we're going to hit a couple home runs.
Uh-huh.
Actress's deaf dog held for ransom is returned.
That's good.
That's
Actress
nice.
Trisha O'Kelly was forced into some real-life drama after her deaf 11-year-old dog Yorkie went. I turn out. he
You
was-
can't start whispering when you read the thing.
I'm just doing what you do.
You're off the news.
Mm.
You're off. First of all,
We don't
great
want to even
story.
talk about this.
Well, I don't know what it is. What? So an actress, somebody
All right.
took her dog for hostage.
Yeah, let me
She's
tell you.
the actress
Let
is
me
deaf.
get into the deep cut of it. While O'Kelly was finally reunited with Petite Pooch.
Dude, you're not talking.
You're not talking.
Just-
out loud.
She's a very cute dog.
This is not how you deliver the news.
This is my comment. She's crying in this picture.
They can't see the pictures.
You guys got to look it up.
Ugh.
Oh, look it up.
All right. So here's the thing. Here's the thing that we need to talk about.
Can I see the
okay?
dog?
Here's the thing we need
I was,
to talk
I was
about.
coming on board.
A bar in Brooklyn. Okay.
He's reading it just like I was.
Kings County
Well,
Bar
it's a little different.
in Brooklyn has posted a Craigslist ad. They're looking for, quote, less endowed men. They're holding the Brooklyn smallest penis contest.
Oh, brother.
A Brooklyn, is this who? I'll tell you what, I got to say, so these guys are going to get up on stage. They don't. The rules say they don't have to be naked. They could be wearing tighty whities, and then they're going to get sprayed with water on their penises.
Oh, that's worse.
Way worse. I think anybody who signs up for this, good for them. That takes courage.
Okay.
What do you? I mean, a smallest penis in Brooklyn contest?
Well, you win. That you're not. You're already losing. Like to
You
win,
win.
you got to lose pretty hard. If you got a small penis, here's my rule, and I'll tell you, this is a rule. Like, if you have a small penis, you don't let anyone know until it's too late for them to turn back. What I like to do is I like to get a girl on top of me, and I say, "Are you ready? Are you ready to suck my dick?" Something like that. You know, like I'm gonna fuck you. I'm gonna fuck you, and you're gonna get so fucked right now. Oh, I'm gonna be.
That's what you say.
And then they say they come at me with, "Yeah, I can't wait to get fucked by you." You know, so I'm like, so then I
Man,
I
the
confirm.
dialogue between the both of you is it's incredible.
Then you go with the confirmation. You say, "So you're definitely gonna have sex with me, right?" And then she'll say something like, "Oh, I'm definitely gonna. I guarantee you sex now. I guarantee it." Then you take out your penis, and then what she can do? Go back on her word?
Yeah, after she signs that written contract.
Yeah, 1 hour. I'll have a subpoena.
I have a special dick subpoena comes to the house.
Why not? You know what I mean? I feel like that's you don't just go tell, because if they know you have a small dick, they're not even gonna get involved. You got to get them in. You got to really
You gotta
pray
get
on
gotta
them
wheel them in. Yeah.
fucking recorded.
Yeah.
It's saying on the record that I'm definitely gonna have sex with you no matter what.
Fingers are gonna be in your body, all your body.
Yeah, and
It's
then
gonna have all my fingers.
so when you go to court for that case, you can go, Judge, the tape clearly says she knew what she was getting into,
And I'm taping this.
and I'm taping this right now
You do
too.
have to say that. You say, "I'm gonna fuck you legally. You should know I'm recording all of this. I have to tell you that. Are you ready to see my big Siobhan scope?"
Now, I will say that I don't know if you guys know this. The man with the world's largest penis actually lives in Brooklyn.
Really?
Yeah. A guy named Jonah Falcon.
This
This is true.
jeez.
Interestingly enough, he's not in porn. Refuses to do porn.
okay.
He's got the world's biggest dick.
How big?
He says it's 9.5 inches flaccid and 13.5 inches in length. When erect.
13. That's only a 4-inch markup.
What? Yeah, you're not.
Yeah.
I think that when you get into when you're playing with the big boys, your markup's
Practically there.
Really?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
My
He's
markup
got to wear
is
special
huge.
underwear, I bet.
What?
I get a giant markup.
I got a 600% markup.
Yeah, I feel that way too. I
Yeah.
feel that way too.
My markup is like airline food.
Mine,
Like it's a 25-cent bag of chips. We're charging you.
I'm-
yeah.
I got
Holiday
a-
prices.
I got a markup like a Turkish rug store.
Yeah.
What kind of markup do you have, Anthony? Do another one of these.
Do another one of these bits. They're fun.
My markup is like the holiday markup. I said that one.
No, I said that one, and then I had to do one, and then I got confused. 'Cause I like the Turkish rugs. Did you say Turkish rug store? I thought that was real good. And yeah, I feel confused.
I got a markup like a Manhattan apartment.
That's good.
Oh, is that? I don't think that was very good.
That's good. I got
The prices are higher here, Liv.
So what is this guy doing? I'm sorry.
Listen,
Tell
let me tell you one. Hold on, I got one before we go. I got a markup like a club for guys named Mark going on a hot air balloon excursion.
Mark's going up.
Yeah, Mark's.
Oh, I see. Mark is going up.
Mark's going up. Mark's up.
Mark's up.
Oh, fuck
Oh,
that.
they could
That-
tune that off. We can.
Yeah,
we can
is there
edit
any
that
way
out.
we
The
can
guy's
edit
name
that
is
out?
Jonah Falcon.
Yeah,
What's his
Jonah
deal?
Falcon. First of all, he's got a porn name and he's not doing porn.
Yeah.
Wow, that is a good name.
Yeah, he's got a porn name. He's not doing porn, and he's a struggling actor. I mean, it's just like, do porn. Buddy.
Do porn. Or just sell pictures of your penis to men who have smaller penises so that they can show that as if, when they're doing, hey, this is my penis. That would
Wait,
be-
just keep it up. Wait. When,
That's
like
gonna
during the
backfire
date?
on you.
Well, like a girl will say, like, "Oh, let me see these documents you have lying around your house. Here is this giant picture of a penis. I didn't realize it was in there. I'm sorry." Then again, she'll go, "Oh God, that's a great looking dick. I want to have it."
And then
now."
you hit her
And
with
then
the
you
contract.
say, "Legally, I have to tell you I'm recording." And then she sees it and she goes, "Wait a minute." And you go, "Well, you're already in there.
You're already signed.
There's no backing out now."
That's great.
I believe that there's a no back out rule. If you're right,
It's just rude at that point.
yeah.
Oh, I couldn't agree more. But you guys know? Do you guys know? You remember Kai the hitchhiker? Viral sensation.
No.
What?
You don't remember Kai
He
the
murdered
hitchhiker?
someone.
Well, that's what I'm
Who is
getting
Kai?
at.
How do you guys know?
Kai
who
the
that is?
hitchhiker
I don't know who that is.
was a viral sensation a couple months ago. He was hitchhiking with a guy, right? He was actually hitchhiking with a lady, and some road rage shit goes on. Some crazy guy driving a truck is about to kill someone. Kai the hitchhiker jumps out of the car, hits the guy over the head with the backside of a hatchet, saves this lady's life, right?
Oh, okay.
And he's a hero because he becomes a viral sensation because he's kind of a weirdo, super hippie.
Right.
You know, on the news, he's very likable about the whole thing, real airhead.
Right.
And people are like, yeah, Kai the hitchhiker, he's great. This guy's got long, crazy hair. He's wearing a peace bandana.
Mm-hmm.
People are loving it, you know. Well, he killed someone in New Jersey.
Who did he kill? Well, was he going? Maybe his hits were down, so he was like, "I got."
That's the only way he knows how to get in the news.
We should mention it's alleged. You know, we don't know for sure. He's been arrested for murder. He's obviously not convicted of anything yet.
What was the murder?
He allegedly killed a 73-year-old lawyer in New Jersey who he went home with from New York.
For sex, or
Well, that's it. It would seem that way, right?
Mm.
Now, here's the twist. Here's where it gets very interesting. Here's what Kai posted to his Facebook page after the murder, before he was apprehended. Okay? Now, keep in mind, he could be covering himself. He could be kind of giving an alibi beforehand. But he posts this to his Facebook page as they're searching for him.
Mm-hmm.
What would you do if you woke up with a groggy head, metallic taste in your mouth in a stranger's house? Walked to the mirror and seen cum dripping from the side of your face from your mouth and started retching, realizing that someone had drugged, raped, and blown their fucking load in you.
Well, I'll tell you what I would do real quick. Wouldn't post it to Facebook.
Yeah.
Would not post.
Yeah,
threats.
that's so weird.
Well, I
This guy
think
killed
it's
somebody.
well, yes, he definitely killed him, but I think in this Facebook post he's saying this is why I killed him. But I think
Right.
that's too much of a
That's
like
too much.
cover
Yeah.
up. It's like, what,
Yeah,
dude?
come on.
Yeah. And
Come-
also, it's that like, what would you do?
Yeah.
Sue
know?
them.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Or
Sue them or call police.
Call the
I
police.
just don't put myself in those situations where I'm going home with a stranger drinking his food.
His food is cum food. What are you talking about?
I don't know.
You said
That's
drink his
mean. That's
food.
victim blaming what I was doing. I take it back.
No, but you shouldn't be going. I mean, he's a hitchhiker, so this guy isn't just picking people up at bars.
Right.
He's getting into cars on the highway.
Yeah, that's true.
Dangerous.
It's dangerous from the get go. You guys ever hitchhiked?
Yeah. I hitchhiked once. I was in the South. I was in like Alabama, and we went to I was in Talladega. We went to go to the Talladega racetrack, but it was like 30 minutes from where I was staying, so we had to take a cab to get out there or a ride. Somehow we got out there, but there was no way of getting back. So then we just hitchhiked back to the place from Talladega. We were walking back, and then this guy in a big pickup truck just picked us up. He had a bunch of guns in his car, but he was a nice fella.
Were you alone?
No, I was with like 3 people.
Yeah, see, that seems.
It's
all right.
not like too weird, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I'm too nervous, I think, to hitchhike.
It's very dangerous.
Oh.
I've tried to pick up hitchhikers before.
Oh, really? That's scary, too.
Well, no, they're just walking on the street. I like to throw them. You need a ride? You're walking. I'm driving.
Yeah.
Get on in, because here's the thing. You pick
Are
up a
you
guy-
worried about them, like, murdering you, though?
No. Because the thing is, if someone's hitchhiking, they might be a murderer because they've got a plan. But if it's just someone walking down the street, you're just offering a ride. They're not a murderer.
Oh,
They're
so you're
a
just
normal person.
Oh, you're giving people rides that are just walking down the street.
Yeah, you
That
just,
don't want rights.
Well, I don't know if they don't want them. Well,
Let
no
me
one's
ask
ever
you this.
gotten-
How, yeah,
you just take
that's
them to
what I was-
wherever you're going.
Never. Well, once, but it was my next door neighbor, and I didn't know that when I pulled over. But it was this guy Marco, and he was like, "Sure, I'd let her." I was like, "Oh God, I want to give Marco a ride."
I
It's
don't
so
wanna give
annoying.
Marco a ride, yeah.
But yeah, you just say, "Hey, you want to jump in?" You're hitchhiking without the fucking danger of picking up crazy people because you're picking who you want to pick up. You're not letting the world dictate that to you. I think that's a safer way to go.
Here's
about
a question that you bring up in my mind,
it. Sure.
and I think about this a lot. In your day-to-day activities in the course of your life,
Mm.
how often do you think you've interacted with a murderer?
Oh, man.
Because it's got to be times, right?
Dude, I think about it all the time.
I got a great story.
Okay.
Stop me if it goes too long. Tita and I, my girlfriend, we get off the train. What do I see on the ground? Oh, a splatter, a little splatter. What is this? I thought that's blood. It looks like blood. So Tita and I go, let's follow the blood. We follow it through the train, up the steps, down the block, up to the next train where the 45 Courthouse Square for all you locals. And let me tell you one thing. Whenever you're following blood, you don't... What do you think you're following it to?
You're never. Okay. It's never a good. There's never cookies.
There's never a pot of gold.
Bunch of blood cookies.
Yeah.
No,
bunch of blood chocolate chip cookies.
Where that blood is coming from, which was a man who was laying on the ground, bleeding, and I'm like, oh my God, we got to do something.
Yeah.
But before we even do that, paramedics rush in, grab this guy, they put him on a thing. Turns out he was this Craigslist killer who had just killed some guy.
Oh, I remember
Maybe
that.
Maybe been like a news guy or something. It was something very famous. This guy was a famous killer.
That was something sexual was involved.
Yeah, very sex. It was Craigslist. He was on. He was sexing it. They were sexing. But what happened when he was bleeding because when he stabbed someone, didn't have a knife guard, so it like cut through his hand.
Yeah,
guy lost all this blood.
So
guard. Me and Tita, thank God we didn't bring this guy home. He'd have killed everybody.
If I can sum up here. You apprehended the Craigslist killer.
Yeah, that was really me behind that. No, I mean, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he might have been caught, might not have been. Had you
Man,
not
I've
arrived.
never caught a criminal. There's one time I thought this guy had kidnapped these girls, but it might have just been his kids. They just looked real upset.
There's this murderer. Wait, but you never found out if it was
No.
or not?
Well, there is. I was down the shore. I used to live down the shore in Jersey, and I was coming out of a grocery store, and there were 3 little blonde girls in a van, and they looked real upset. And I was like, I wonder if like. And then this guy walked back to the van with like juice boxes and stuff, but he looked pissed off too. And I was like, I bet this guy like kidnapped these kids, and I never like confronted them about that, and I like never forgave myself for it.
Well, but it's hard. How do you confront? I mean, because then I mean,
What do you say?
What
hey,
do you say?
Cute kids you got there. Are they yours?
Yeah.
Or what's the story?
What's the story there? Because
took
here's
his
the
kids.
thing. I mean, unless you get to talking to the kids, he's gonna say they're his. You know,
Right.
it's like, what are you gonna? He's not gonna say like, oh, you got me.
Well, I guess what I could do, maybe this is what you do, is you find the license plate number, and then you like call the cops, and you're like, hey, this guy is like taillights out or something. You get him, try to get him on something else.
Right.
Oh, get him on
that's
a- yeah,
smart.
Trump him up on some other charges.
Yeah, throw him up on some
Tell
other
him this guy's
charges.
just started firing a gun at some police officers. You might want to go in hot.
Yeah.
Now,
Yeah.
there was this murderer. I'm from Cleveland Heights. There was this murderer in one town over in Shaker Heights. This guy loved my dad. Now,
Wait, what?
yeah. I
Oh,
don't.
because your dad's a lawyer.
No, that it wasn't related. I don't quite remember the details. But this guy was always walking, saying hi to my dad, and my dad would say, "Ah, Jesus Christ, that guy's a fucking murderer." I would say, "What?" And he said, "Yeah, he killed some girl, got off on it, but he fucking always waving to me."
But he loves me.
Yeah,
he
for
loves-
some reason this
he's my
murderer. So I
murderer.
guess it's this guy that was like somehow he got off on a technicality, killed some girl, and just lived there as a weirdo. And for some reason, he loved my dad. My
That's-
dad did not
Dude,
like
that is weird, but that is kind of nice to have in your pocket.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh, a
It
murderer on
sounds-
your team.
But if you got a murderer, if you got
Yeah.
one guy in your crew who is a murderer, that that's
Well, I don't want to say this guy was in my dad's crew.
Well, I mean,
it seems to me, man. It seems to, yeah, I don't know.
well, you don't know, but I had a guy in my crew. This is often tales of legend. Dahan,
Yeah.
the 35. I was 12 years old. 35-year-old sweaty male who was absolutely trying to put us in wrestling moves, consistently pinning us down, feeling his boner. He always had a boner.
Whoa. Hold on. So you were 12 years old.
12, even younger, up until
And there was just a guy in
Dahan.
your neighborhood crew
Yeah,
who was 35.
who was 35.
I always
And trying to put us in wrestling moves, and we knew he was a molester. But here's how we defeated him. We wrote a song that just went, Dayan, 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 come and the boys go home. That's what we sang to him.
I don't know if you know this, but to pedophiles, songs are like kryptonite.
Yeah, we would
They
constantly-
cannot work under those conditions.
We never did anything, but what we would do is he would walk in the block, and we would stop and go, hey, there you are. There goes the child molester. That's how we took care of him. Everyone would just make fun of him. He'd go, shut up. He would run away. And then years later, I'm watching the news, and he tried to get. We used to call get him. We would just we would say,
Got him.
We would say, he got you. I was like, yo, Dayon got me. What happened? Oh, we were playing hide and go seek. And
What did
was
he?
behind
What did
me,
he? What did he get
And
exactly?
he was just trying to kiss me on the neck. Like
Mayan.
I was never. I wouldn't say molested, but I
Right.
was definitely kissed a bunch. Definitely felt his boner. He
It's so funny.
made us touch him every now and again, but never through more than anything. This might sound creepy, but we defended ourselves by making fun of him until one day he tried to kiss a boy. That boy said, "Fuck this." Called his parents. Parents called the police. He immediately went to jail. So I guess as a warning there is just tell your, if you think that, just tell the police. Don't
Tell the police you don't handle it yourself.
don't handle it yourself. But he hung in the crew for a good 10 years.
Man, that's what I'm talking about, man. You got to get some scoundrels in your crew. Get a pedophile. Get a murderer.
I'm not sure he was a full-out pedophile because he may have just tried to kiss and
Don't
touch
get
us.
a kisser.
Yeah, no, that's a pedophile.
But he never he never
Yeah,
tried
but
to
he would've.
penetrate anybody.
He didn't-
Yeah, he did. He definitely had those feelings.
Yeah, he was.
But I'll tell you what pissed me off the most about him. One time pulls me aside and he says, by the year 2010, 90% of this country is going to be wearing glasses. And I was like, how do you have such a negative attitude about glasses? Like, we could, vision could improve, but he had this cockamamie idea that we were all going to be wearing
When
glasses.
it's like, and in 2011, I'll be able to kiss everyone. It's like
Yes.
stuff that he just wanted to be true because he had poor vision too.
Also, you're a 35-year-old man hanging out in a 12-year-old's crew. Where are you getting these glasses stats? You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
I don't know.
Is your day job being at an ophthalmologist's office?
Damn, man.
I will say this. Me and Anthony had this talk the other day, and I'd like to run this by you. I was thinking, you ever think about a pedophile? Pedophiles out there that never act.
I wrote a comic book about this.
Did you?
I
That
know exactly what
never
you're talking about.
that
What's
never
the name of the
act on their
comic?
They don't
urges.
act on it?
These are the unsung heroes. Guys that's
Yeah.
brains are just broken in that
Yeah.
way, so they're attracted to kids,
But
but
they're
they know it's
self-aware.
wrong. They know it's wrong, and they don't do it.
Yeah, I wrote a whole story on this. I had this character of this guy who's a vigilante,
Yeah.
but he's got all these. It's kind of like Dexter, only this guy's a pedophile.
Well,
Very weird, but yeah, I mean, this guy knows it and he's fighting it. What's a
Does
better kind of person? A person who is doing. Yeah, I mean, I and there
Wait,
are out there.
Your
that-
character's like Dexter, but a pedophile.
no, but
So
like,
you just fuck the kids who are bad.
it's not. He's not like a superhero. It's not like he's fighting crime. But like he's a guy who's going through he has these thoughts about like he sees a
Right.
child and it's, and it's like and he fights it because he knows it's wrong, but he's this guy who will never be in whatever. But if you go, I did research on this. There's a bunch of people on the news. I don't know.
They should be
There
given.
is a guy who comes out and he came out and says, "I have these feelings. I want everyone to know this is what's happening. I do not act on them."
Yeah, he deserves
He-
awards.
yeah, because what we were talking about is like good for that guy that he comes out and says it. We were talking about like that's the craziest situation of all because these guys they could never say anything.
Yeah,
That's the
You know
worst,
what I
and
mean?
they
'Cause
get
it's
help.
like-
unsung heroes.
Yeah.
And they don't get help because if you come out and you say, "I have these feelings," the first thing everyone's going to say is, "Get
You're
away
a
from my
sicko."
kids,
Yeah,
you're a
yeah,
sicko.
yeah.
You're this." And he's like, "No,
Yeah.
I understand this," and that's what the story kind of is about this guy just being like, "Look, I know there's something wrong with me. I do need help." Like it's very sad because it's kind of like we were talking about before with like people said rape victims not wanting to come out and say they were raped, like because you'll be ridiculed. Imagine if you were
Oh
a
my
child
God.
molester.
Dude, you're looked at as like the most evil person in the world.
And I believe a lot of that is why there were so many pedophiles in the Catholic Church.
Yeah, well, that's why they go there. They go
Because-
there because they have those awful urges and feelings.
They
So
wanna
they
get better.
go and they go, "This is the place where this can help me get better."
Yeah.
But then
The feelings over it. You can't just hide those things. You need to talk about it. You need to, you need to be the dialogue. And I feel, I like to play the goofball in this. Well, we are all pretty much goofballs in this podcast, but that's very. I mean, I think that's such a cool thing.
Yeah. So Soul Coughing 97 is written into Reddit here. Okay, he's got an issue he'd like us to take a crack at.
All right.
Okay, well, let's be honest. He'd like the world to take a crack at it, specifically Reddit, but we're going to take a crack at it, okay? So Soul Coughing 97 writes, well, see, I am kind of batshit for Mike, Dowie, and Soul Coughing.
The band?
Yeah. As you can tell
Soul
by
Coffin is a band.
coughing. Soul coughing.
Soul
What
Coffin.
song are they singing? They had a hit.
I thought you would know. That's why they had a big hit. Yeah, look that up. So he's batshit for soul coughing. He says, "I am a huge fan and tweeted him a lot, and some of them would be soul coughing references. He blocked me and pretty much sent me a cease and desist message. I've spent well over $1,000 in his merch, albums, and tickets to see him. Inside, I am feeling crushed. He and his music and words have helped me through dark times and saved me from suicide. And now I feel like the tides turned around 360 degrees. I really can't let this go. I am a diehard fan and I cannot just let this go. This is worse than any breakup I have ever felt with a girl or worse than the death of a friend. Please give me real advice." First of all, it's not worse than the death of a friend, you shit.
It's
I
also
feel-
the guy who wrote the song Super Bon Bon.
That's so coughing.
Yeah, Super Bon
Super
Bon.
Bon
Super
Bon?
Bon. Do we have a radio technology for this?
Yeah.
That's cool.
He wrote this song.
What
Which
is
I
that
kinda
song?
like that
I don't
song.
remember that song.
It's a fun song.
That's what Jeff Hardy comes in the wrestling ring to?
Might as well.
I
This
feel
guy
like soul
sucks.
coughing would be someone you might see touring with, like, Counting Crows. You know, that kind of thing.
I'll tell you, we're
Counting Crows? Don't those guys, they do like stoner
Mr.
rock,
Jones.
right?
Kind of, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. This is definitely some
Jones.
'90s band. That's,
Okay, so anyway, what do you say to this guy? So he fucked up, man. He tweeted at his idol. His idol got mad and got pissed at him, cut him off, sent him a shitty letter. And he's saying he's horrible, but dude, you fucked up, man.
What did he tweet at?
And he doesn't say.
That's
Oh,
why he probably
well, that's
tweeted
the
at
thing.
you.
He probably,
Yeah.
Well, I tell you, I
Probably-
have a little bit of experience with this. You know,
with soul coughing?
well, big fan of soul coughing.
Yeah.
No, because what happened was I got a bunch of
Can you get me some more water?
yeah.
Okay.
We'll just take a
Thanks.
break real quick.
No,
No,
go ahead, man. This
No,
is
it's
good.
Very, very
Yeah,
easy
yeah, man.
to have a conversation with two people just walked out of the room to get a glass of water, and I'm just talking to the 70 downloaders who are just
Now you see how it feels when the tables have turned.
when you mean.
Well, you got Pringles. You were taking dog walking emails. I mean, people follow this show. They know your MO. They know you get up. All right, keep going.
But
I
dude,
do
yeah,
think
talk
you
about
have
that soul
experience
coughing
with
thing,
this.
man. What's that experience
Yeah.
like?
I lost all respect for what I was going to say.
You lost all respect for what you were gonna say.
You know, I thought I had a hot moment. I was gonna, but you know what? I don't really care anymore. I'll tell you this: this guy he's a jerk, and that's it.
No, come on, man.
No,
Tell
no,
your
no.
story.
Come on, did you ever have a story where you
Yeah, I
like
had a
talked to one of your
fan.
idols?
A fan loved me.
Oh boy.
It was about a fan loving. They said everything you're doing in the Rad Dudecast is amazing.
Who said it?
Jumpin' Jack 127. And I told him, listen, you gotta come over and hang out. You gotta out crazy these people.
Yeah.
That's the thing is, if they want to hang out, you gotta hang out more.
Right.
They want to wear your skin, you gotta start cutting your skin off. That's what you gotta do. And then they go, whoa, you're too much with me. You freak them out. You gotta out freak the freaks. Yeah, I'll hang out with you. You want to tweet at me 1,000,000 times? Come over.
You're now my
Come over,
girlfriend.
and
Yeah.
now you move in with me.
Yeah.
And now you want it. I'm going to
Take
give
it
it to
next
you.
level.
Yeah, they don't want that. No one really wants to commit. Yeah, he's a pussy. Let's Soul Coffin call him up.
Yeah.
I felt bad too for the last person he dated. That they're like, oh, I guess I didn't mean that much to you. That the soul coffin situation's a lot more devastating.
Well, it's like this is worse than any breakup I have ever felt with a girl, or worse than the death of a friend. Well, then fuck you, buddy. You
Yeah.
don't deserve friends. If
Yeah.
the
If you're
lead singer
treating-
of Soul Coughing not liking your tweets is worse than any of your friends dying.
Well, I'll tell you, it's. I remember the one time when when I found out the Nixons broke up. That was probably one of the biggest. I can't, I mean, I really couldn't deal with it. I
That
mean,
was a yes.
How many times can you listen to the Freshmen back to back? I'd say 1,000.
Did they sing the freshman?
Nixon sang Freshman.
I thought that was the verb pipe.
That was the
Yeah, that may have been the verb pipe.
Oh yeah, no, Sister. The Nixons sang Sister.
Sister.
I miss you because I had a sister whom I miss. So that song talks to me a lot. And here's the thing: you got the Verve and you got the Verve pipe. Two bands.
Yeah, what the fuck was that about?
Yeah, I think they
What's going on there?
must have went to high school and had some legal problems.
What?
We
Because-
should start a band called the Verb Pipes.
Yeah, I'm gonna call myself the. I'm gonna call myself the Pearl. The Pearl Strawberry Jam. You can't just throw a name in and then that's your new band.
You can't add a thing to it.
Yeah, the Verve, and we're the Verve Pipe.
Of Pearl Jam.
What about if I started a band called Guns and Roses and Dogs?
Oh, that's fun.
But that's fun.
Guns N' Roses
But they're
and
just dogs who play the instruments and stuff. They're just
Yeah.
dogs playing
Dogs aren't
Guns N'
gonna play
Roses songs.
instruments.
What can't you can train them, dude?
You could train a dog.
Have you ever seen
to
Pet
play-
Star? There's a show with Mario Lopez. I don't know if it still runs, but they were doing amazing stuff on that show.
A dog is gonna play November Rain. You're gonna tell me that?
Yeah,
You know
I
how
think so.
I can't play November, and I'm a full functioning human.
Yeah, but dogs, if you really get to the nitty gritty with dogs, you can really train them to do amazing things.
how am I gonna train him? I don't know how to do it.
You gotta hire somebody, man.
Hey, do me a favor, pal. Caesar Milan, come over. I got this thing I need you to figure out. Is your dog fighting? No. Is he attacking people? No. I need him to be able to play the theme song from Terminator 2.
Yeah, yeah,
Dum-dum.
yeah. Is he having problems being housebroken? No, he's having trouble nailing the chorus of November Rain.
Yeah.
That's what he's really having.
What happened there was, let me tell you why that joke didn't fly. You just did the same joke I did. You just did November Rain. That was my reference.
Your
gotta
reference
go-
was Terminator 2.
But I did November Rain before, but you were getting a glass of water. You were out to left field again.
Ah, shit.
I still think you could train dogs to play guitar.
No, you can't do that.
I don't really.
What's like the most? Have you ever seen a dog trained?
I'll tell you what I have seen. This dog. You ever hear about that dog in Japan that just his owner died and he just waited at the train station every day for 10 years?
What?
Yeah, dogs will do that.
Dog. I tell
Oh,
you,
yeah.
You ever hear about this elephant? Elephant makes friends with a monkey.
Oh,
Elephant, monkey. This is what happens. Some native comes in, whips the monkey around like nunchucks, breaks its neck, dead. Elephant every day goes to the tree where he would swing, waits for him. You want to cry? If you don't cry with that, you're a psychopath. You're a psychopath that needs to be evaluated on a higher level because you got no emotions. And you should work for the Navy SEALs because that's what they need. A bunch of cold killers who don't respect a monkey being dead.
I love a good monkey. You ever tell you I saw an Amish fella throw a rock at a gorilla?
No, you didn't tell me that, but tell me that now.
I was at the zoo. First of all, at the Cleveland Zoo, you'll get a lot of Amish there. They love the zoo for some reason. Okay, so they come in. There's Amish country not too far away from Cleveland. They're always at the zoo, so they're very misbehaved. Amish.
The Amish are out.
Yeah, the Amish. You don't.
Weekend warriors, those guys.
No.
Yeah,
Let me tell you something about the Amish.
Oh, they're always at the limelight.
Don't mix with those fellas because they're not. They act real great, but you get into it with an Amish, and you're gonna find out they're up to no good 9 times out of 10. And
What's no good? I mean,
just
they're not
all
doing-
across the board, they're not nice people.
Mm.
Okay, and I'll stereotype the Amish. I will. I'll go out there on that limb. But so anyway, I see this fella. It's just me and him standing at the gorilla thing. I'm about 12. He's about 13, 14. He picks up a rock, throws it at the gorilla, hits the gorilla. I said, gorilla didn't move. I said, I wish that cage wasn't there. That gorilla would rip your fucking arms off.
Oh God, it makes me. Know what that makes me want to do? It makes me want to drive to that place and just turn the stereo on, so they all have to listen to this electronic music they've never heard before.
Yeah.
'Cause
But
they don't like electricity over there.
no. Here's what I did.
Sure.
Me and my friend Matt Sheeman,
Oh, I know what you did.
we went to Amish country on a field trip in 7th grade. So we
Matt Sheeman. There's a great story about Matt Sheeman.
get a club magazine. You know about Club?
Mm-mm.
It's filthy. It's like
Okay.
it's filthier than Penthouse. Hustler. Filthier than
full
Hustler.
penetration.
Full penetration type mag.
Mm.
Okay, get a Club magazine. We go over to my buddy Drew's house. His old man's got a copying machine. So we make 200 copies of the dirtiest full penetration shot in the Club magazine.
Mm.
Fold them all up. Go to Amish country. we're going around touring the Amish schoolhouse, Amish, everything they got in Amish land. We're dropping these pornos everywhere.
Mm.
Just
fun.
opening their eyes.
Yeah,
giving
yeah.
them something. I don't think that was right, probably.
That's right.
Yeah, that's right. They got to learn about their bodies at some point. It's not
Yeah.
like if you showed them pictures of like Greg was saying, of light bulbs and electrical outlets and stuff like that. That's not right.
The thing is this. Let me say this. Do you mind if I jump in? You can't train.
Yes.
You can't train these people to, to say, well, we're not going to accept these things. You can't say, oh, I don't believe that the rain is going to happen, because when it rains, it's going to happen.
Yeah.
So when you're going to say, oh, the porno mags don't exist, they exist. So when some filthy boys from Cleveland come around throwing black and white, anal shots around, they're going to have to adapt.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think what you did was right, but I don't think what you did is not funny and great.
Here's
Plus,
the thing.
that stuff probably happens there pretty often.
I don't think that's. I
Really?
don't think people are dropping photocopied club magazines in their schoolhouse all that often.
I don't know, a bunch of merry pranksters. I feel like that stuff's going on all the
Yeah,
time.
we thought it was fun.
I think it's hilarious, and I think maybe we should do it on the road.
Dude,
episode.
I bet there's some Amish people who saw that.
Greg's mad. Greg's
Why are
mad.
you mad? Because I'm talking?
Everyone here is really in a bunch of cut off mood today. I know I cut you off, but I apologize.
Unbelievable.
Everyone's mad. Let me just, for you listeners at home, the vibe in the studio, or as I call it, the dudio, is tense. Greg's mad at Anthony. Anthony's mad that Greg got mad back at him. Everyone's mad. I'm not mad. I love everyone. Go ahead. Let's work this out.
I forget now.
What were you saying about?
I forget.
No, but it was so important. They could just barrel roll my.
How do you barrel roll? I started talking, and then you got mad that I started talking.
Yeah, because I was in the middle of a story.
Were you in the middle of a story?
Yeah, what was I talking about?
I don't know.
You weren't even paying attention.
You don't know what I was paying. You don't know what I was going to say.
This
yeah,
is-
because
Ladies and gentlemen, this
we got to get an etiquette class.
is
here
why
going.
you tune in
Oh.
week in and
So
week
now
out.
it's going to think the etiquette class is your idea.
I am the etiquette. I'm the man of etiquette.
Oh,
I'm going to
that's
start
ridiculous.
regulating and giving out people red cards.
That's the last thing we need
Here's
from
an
you.
etiquette question for you.
Mm-hmm.
You get up from a fancy dinner. You got your napkin on your lap. Where do you put the napkin? You're not done with
On
the
the
dinner.
chair.
Anthony, what do you say?
What do you mean, after you're done with
No,
the
you're
dinner?
not done with dinner. Say you guys excuse yourself, use the restroom.
In your pocket.
Where do you put the napkin?
I tuck it under the dish.
Greg's correct. I looked this up. 'Cause
On
I
the
was,
chair?
I was wondering about it. You put it on your chair. I never
Yeah.
knew that. Seems wild.
If you put it on the table, that signifies you're done with dinner, or there's a duel.
Ooh,
That
that's
means-
the worst. When you think you're just getting up, you think you're just gonna wash your hands.
No.
Next thing you know, you're in a
You got
death
a
duel.
duel
The
on your
Hendrickson
hands.
boys. They're going to come.
They show up out of nowhere.
Yeah.
You guys ever been in a duel?
Like a gunfight or a smack fight? I've done it with smacks.
And guns.
No, I never shot a person before, but I smacked a guy across the face.
Really?
Yeah, I smacked a bunch of people across the face.
Really?
Yeah, when people make me mad, first off, I don't want to punch anybody, but really let them know
That's so demeaning.
who's. Yeah,
Yeah.
I had Jason Munoz, that guy. He was bullying one of the guys around my town. I said, "You don't bully around my town. This is my town, obviously." He said, "What are you gonna do?" And I fucking landed a bitch slap across his face. His face got red, and his eyes, because he was picking on some little kid. His eyes started welling up. He was gonna cry. And you don't have to throw a punch after that. I took his dignity. If you ever run at home, guys, what you would do, just go around slapping people across the face. Nothing makes you feel better. And I can't throw a punch, but when you let someone know that you're smacking them, oh, that's fun.
But
Yeah.
have you ever done it where then the other person gets so furious because you just smacked them in the face that they just get enraged
Yeah, they get angry, but then you go
they
do
don't-
something.
and then they don't do anything?
Yeah.
Yeah, most people are cowards.
Mm.
Never even been in a real fight. I've been in
Sure.
like a couple real fights, but most of the time you can, by throwing around
You
anger
can psych a person
and
out.
big moves,
Yeah,
big
yeah.
moves like a bitch slap, dude. You're gonna nine out of 10 times you're walking away the hero. This is before people were drinking. Now that alcohol's in the mix, people get a little ballsy.
Right.
But in high school, walk around slapping everybody in the face.
This big smack in the face, Pets.
Yeah, because I got to defend the people who are smaller than me.
That was like, I ever tell you that time I saw a little Russian fella get in a fight in high school? His glass eye fell out right in the hallway. Right in the
Punch his
hallway.
eye. Someone punched his eye out.
Someone
Oh,
punched his eye
man.
out
Oh boy.
right in the hallway. So his eyes rolling down the hall.
Dear God.
I mean, that's
You think shitting your pants in high school is embarrassing. Imagine different ocular bones.
You come back
getting
with
your eye
you come
punched
back.
out.
You come in 8th period with one eye. Yeah,
Well-
that'll.
How'd the fight go?
What?
Well, he got his eye punched
Well,
out. That's enough to
Punched out his
traumatize
eye.
a bunch of children.
His eye rolled down the fucking hallway.
I dare say he probably didn't get a lot of vagina after that. Or a lot more vagina.
I don't know. This guy was on some other stuff. I mean, he was first of all, I'd say he was 45
Yeah.
at least. I mean, nobody knew
You
what
don't
he
get
was.
a glass eye in high school.
Yeah, I mean,
You
this
don't.
guy had been working on the steamers for years.
Oh boy.
Okay,
So he
this-
lost the fight?
I think that kind of ended it. You know, like nobody really wants to. Even the most seasoned fighters, you punch a guy's eye out, you're kind of
tough.
you
Yeah,
kind
it's
of. All right, well that'll do it.
oh man.
We're gonna-
Okay. All right.
I'll chalk this one up as a V.
Okay. Well,
He's not coming
lucky
back from
shot,
that.
but you know.
Yeah, okay, go.
What
go get
really
dry.
declares a win? I
Yeah,
would
that's
say,
a tough move. If you go like, well, as soon as I get my eye back in,
Yeah.
it's curtains for you, Mister.
Shit your pants, piss your pants, your eye comes out. Those are all things that say that's
Those are all
equal
deal
to a white
breakers.
towel. The manager throwing in the towel.
Plus, I don't know. I'm not in the glass eye game. I don't have one. I imagine it's not. It's kind of a process to get one. So you got to go take care of your eye first things first. You can't be probably a pain in the ass to get a new glass eye.
Well, I think it's because you're not in the market. I'm sure
Yeah.
they're not very hard to make. I feel like as though they have machines like I know this isn't true, but I imagine they come out of like those quarter machines. Like you put a quarter in, you roll it down, you get a new eye. He's probably got a whole machine at home
You could
full
just
of eyeballs.
yeah, they just have them. You could get like a lizard eye or like an eagle eye or like whatever.
Did you ever go to a store?
Or you could stick a
as
gumball in
kid?
there.
I remember as a kid. You ever go to one of those stores that just had like a double row of like 14 of those things? Just that had too many of those little quarter store bubble jars. God, that was like heaven. When, you know, they'd have like the sticky ones, they'd have fake teeth in one, they'd have shitty jewelry in another.
I love the slap hands.
Oh, the slap hand sticky.
The
Yeah, they
sticky,
had those in
you
there.
could grab someone's documents with it.
Yeah, but it wasn't. I don't think like the CIA would ever be using those things. They weren't very accurate.
Not for doc. Well, I mean, if you're a weathered ninja type person, you could probably do some real damage with that.
I don't know. I don't know about this episode of the podcast. What do you guys think?
Well, I think we just keep going, and we edit.
Well, it's all right. I mean, you
I think
know.
we're having fun.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
we'll
got
see
it had
what-
its like its ups and downs, you know.
we'll see what's what. What are we running? What are we clocking?
We're
in
at
at?
52.
We're at
Okay.
52. All right, let's wrap that one up. You know, you guys got anything to add?
No, I think the
I thought we-
slapping thing was a little intense.
The what?
We should just do a wrap up and we talk about what we think was bad about the podcast.
Oh, hold on. I forgot. I meant to do this. We got to do this. We got to take care of the business end of things. Guys, we need you to review the podcast on iTunes. If you're listening, give it 5 stars. We need you to share it with a friend, okay? We think it's good. Share it. If you listen, share it with someone. Follow us on Twitter at the Rad Dudecast on Twitter, and you can get at us on Gmail if you want us to answer your questions. We'd be glad to do it. It's the raddudecast at gmail.com. Is that anything? Am I missing anything?
No.
No, I think that's good. Yeah, I don't know. Are those all right?
I don't know. We're all a little bummed about this one, I think. We feel like we've been riding hot.
No, I feel good if I could make some notes.
Yeah.
I think at some point we kind of felt like it was bad, so then we stopped. We got to be loose. We got to let it just get back into it.
Get
Just have
back
a good
into it.
time. Enjoy yourself. Talk about some crazy things. Let's really get back into these stories.
Yeah.
Let's do the same episode over again. Let's go over the same
Same
news stories.
Same
Let's try to hit the same notes. Some of those same things that we thought were good.
Yeah.
I'm not going to talk about that Dayon thing again. I know that was a mistake.
I loved that thing.
Well, I know. I like that.
All right. Well, that's been the Rad Dudecast episode 3. Closing thoughts?
Well, people probably think I'm very violent because I talk about smacking people in the face.
He's a lover. Anthony, closing
No,
thoughts?
I don't have anything.
All right, we'll be back next week. Who do we got on, Greg?
Leslie Oliver.
Leslie Oliver. If I'm not mistaken, she's a
She's a he.
She's a he.
She's a he.
She's a he.
Mm-hmm.
And what is she?
She's a pro. She pro supermarket bagger.
Yeah, one of the top of the Best supermarket beggar in the world. Although we're actually having a different one than that on the show. All right. See you later.